Okay, man, you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. All right, man. What's your name?
James Wheat.
James. Nice to meet you, man. And just out the gate, you cool me using this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Right on, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. You from Albuquerque?
Well, I've been out here since 2010, and I was back and forth between here, Santa Fe, and then I left state to Oklahoma and to Texas and came back. I'm originally from Santa Fe.
Cool.
I'm 30 years old.
30? I was just going to ask you that. Cool, man.
I'll be 31 in November.
Yeah. So how did you go all through high school in Santa Fe, or?
Well, I went to pretty much elementary and middle school in Santa Fe, and then my 8th grade year in Milwaukee. And then when I didn't come out here until 2010 for my junior year, when I disenrolled myself from Los Lunas. And but I pretty much I went to my freshman year. I went to Santa Fe High, and then when my mom passed away, I went to Moriarty High School.
She passed away later in high school?
Yeah, my freshman year, like 2 months when I was 2 months into it.
How did she pass?
She passed from a pill overdose.
Overdose. Ooh, that's rough, man.
Yeah, I found her the day she died. I was supposed to go to work, and I forgot my pants, and so my ride took me back to my house. And she hadn't called me all day, and so when I went to the house to see if she was okay and get my pants, she was already gone.
Damn, that's rough, dog. Sorry to hear that, man. That's rough, man. Especially at that young of an age. I mean, high school, we think we're grown.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we still kids. And then to deal with losing your mom, man, that's rough. And was your dad around?
No, I don't know my biological dad, but when my uncle adopted me when I was 14. And I didn't really know him prior to that, really, as my uncle growing up, but...
Kind of played the dad role?
Yeah, and
that's
so...
cool, man.
So
that's your mom's brother? That's cool.
And since I didn't really know him as an uncle, I didn't grow up with him, but to me, he was my dad, so I just called him Dad.
Yeah. That's cool, man. It's cool at least you had somebody there kind of playing the role of it, give you a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, he did the best he could. I was just... I was going through a lot, and I was a little bit hard-headed, but he did his best, and I can't knock him for that.
Nice.
He did the best of his ability to show me right in life.
Do you still communicate with him?
I haven't talked to him in over a year because we kind of had a falling out. But I still love him, and I need to call him because life is too short. I couldn't tell you how many friends I've lost in the past 2 years, including one of my exes that got murdered last year, and then one of my best friends got murdered in January. And another one of my best friends just got murdered just a couple days ago.
Was he here in town?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry about that, man. A lot of death, man. It starts to twist.
Yeah.
Twist a person's head up a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget that life was short, and sometimes we just gotta forgive people for the past, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, man. I'd be holding grudges.
Yeah.
It's not a healthy thing.
It's not.
I'm in my 40s and I'm still trying to figure out how to work past that, man.
And but my dog here, Muffin,
That's a cute dog.
Thank you. I've had her going on 4 years. I've had her since probably about 3 months before, about a year before I went homeless, and she's my rock. She keeps me going every day.
Yeah, that's man's best friend, man. I didn't appreciate dogs when I was younger because I didn't really have any pets, but I realized how cool they are to have around, and just the loyalty they have and the bond that a person can get with a pet, man. It's pretty special.
Yeah, she's. I don't know what I'd do without her. She's my whole world.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything.
So you say you became homeless about 4 years ago, roughly?
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
How did that happen? Were you working before that, or?
Yeah.
What kind of work have you done? What was the last job you had?
The last job I had, I was working at the Danes on 98th Street, and the whole morning crew caught COVID, and so I was staying in a hotel, and I was just to the point where I was about to be able to pay for a couple days in advance, and the whole morning crew got COVID, so they shut us down for a month, and so I lost my room.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to panhandle and keep my room, but it wasn't enough, and so since then, I've tried to catch up, and I try to get a job but have a stable place, but it just hasn't.
Were you working and living out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was staying at the Motel 6 on Coors and working at the Denny's, but when I lost my job, I didn't really have a stable place to go. So
Yeah. The COVID really messed things up, man. And then that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Of what's I don't even want to get into that thing. Were you living by yourself at that time, or did you have a roommate or a lady or anything?
No, I was by myself. I just had her.
Just the dog.
Yeah. So I'd leave her at the room, and then I'd go to work, and you know what I mean, and just that's how I'd make things work. You know what I mean? But as soon as COVID kind of screwed everything up, it just
that sucks, man. It takes money to even just get back grounded again, so it just turns into a cycle.
It's a vicious cycle, and then it's just hard. Like once you're homeless and you're trying to get up, it's hard to get back up, and it's a time and patience thing, and you know everybody's just trying to get by. You know, it's just as much as possible, and sometimes as hard as it is, and it's just a process, and we all gotta work together and stop trying to like. Instead of being just about us or about yourself, you gotta help your fellow people. You know what I mean? And people forget that.
So what do you do to get by? You know, with 4 years, I'm sure you figured out how to do whatever you do.
Some days I'll panhandle, or I'll fly a sign, or you know what I mean. Or sometimes I'll try to do some yard work for somebody, or whatever work I can do. Or you know, if someone's hiring some kind of labor work, I'll try to go do that, and then just have someone watch my dog for the day and earn some money that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like to panhandle and all that, but if I just do what I have to make sure my dog's got something to eat and I got something to eat.
Right.
Or, you know, at least make sure that she's got something to eat and I got a pack of cigarettes at the end of the day.
Right.
And
I feel you, man.
I do everything possible just to make sure she's okay, because she's my main priority.
It was like a little kid. I mean, even when they 12, 13, how old is she again?
She's gonna be 4.
4. Yeah, and it's even when they're 10, 15 years old, still like taking care of a kid.
Yup. And they can't talk either, so you just kind of got to figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, figure out what they need, type thing.
But she's a good dog. I couldn't ask for a better dog.
Nice.
I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world.
Yeah. So what do you do to pass the time? Do you mess around with any drinking or drugs or smoking or anything, or not really?
Not really. I smoke cigarettes, and sometimes some weed. But other than that, I like to listen to music or just hang out with a couple friends, you know. Or sometimes I'll just like sit like on the freeway on Eubank and sit on the there's the walkway and that freeway, like the overpass. I'll just sit on like one of the cement blocks over there, and I'll just watch the cars go by and the sunset. And
that's nice. Watch the sun go down and the lights turn on.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I was a kid, man. Just sit there.
When I worked at 98th, and I'd like get off in that 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and the sun would come up. It was nice. It was just nice to see, like, you know, the whole town, because up there you can see everything. You can see all the streets, the houses, the traffic, the lights. It was beautiful, whether it was night or day. It was just nice to watch.
That's cool. It's cool that you appreciate nature like that, man.
Yeah.
I forget about it sometimes.
Sometimes you can just sit there and you can forget all the problems in the world. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You just, whether you're sitting there by yourself or with your dog or with a couple friends, and you just kind of, you know, sometimes you can forget all the problems just with that. Yeah. And I think that's what we forget sometimes, is there are ways to forget to pass the time without having to do anything bad or you know, do drugs or whatever. Sometimes you can just sit there and watch the world go by, and that's okay, as long as, you know, it's in a good way, you're passing time and not bad.
Right. I feel you, man. I like hearing you talk about that. So I've been asking people random stuff. But what's your favorite food to eat, man?
Tacos.
Tacos?
I love tacos.
Crunchy or soft, man? Or you do the corn tortilla soft?
Yeah.
Mexican style?
Yup. My mom was alive. She made some really good red chili.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Green would be my go-to
first.
Yeah.
I eat whatever, the man. What do you think will help you to get lined back up? Do you think a place to stay or a job or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to Hope Works, and you know, apparently they do the hotel vouchers and stuff. So if I can do that, and as soon as I can do that and have a stable place, and apparently they also get you in a house too, or an apartment through housing. So I'm gonna try to do that, and that way I can get a place to stay, and then I'm gonna start looking for a job. Yeah. And then once I can get another job, hopefully I can get back on track. Right.
Sounds good, man. Sounds like you got a plan. Hope it lines up for you.
Thank you.
But anyone you want to shout out to if they see this video? Any homies or family or anything?
If any of my family sees this, I love you guys. I hope y'all are doing well. And to all my other friends, stay safe and keep your head up. And we'll see you around.
Right on, brother. Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
you.